Hi everybody, Adam Savage in my cave with a prop repair. Yeah, you saw Samaritan. I'm not building another Hellboy Samaritan prop. I am doing some prop repair. This is a funny one. This is my Hellboy Samaritan. This is my Hellboy Samaritan. I built it over COVID from scratch. The video will link to the series of my builds for this. It was a journey, ladies and gentlemen, and one I am still reaping the benefits of. Making this prop made me a much better machinist, and I'm really grateful to the process. And this prop, every piece of it, every detail was lovingly and carefully built by me, sometimes twice, sometimes three times. And it is one of the pieces that I love to show off when people visit the cave. They love holding it. They love learning that there's a laser sight in the trigger. Yeah, it's really awesome. But what that also means is that I show it off, and I show off that it can do that. And then I put it back. The problem is it's a mechanical object, which means that over time, the more you kind of sling it around like that, the more it gets a little bit beaten up. Now, the reason I paused when I hit the separation lever and it separated is it hasn't separated in months. And I pulled it out of its display cabinet specifically in order to do this video and talk about how I'm going to have to slowly take this apart and figure out why it doesn't separate. I am still going to take this apart and tighten it all up and put it back together, because that's just what's happening today. I'm delighted that it does separate. I believe that one of the hero guns also has the same issue, and so if I ever am around it again, I'm going to offer to fix it once I figure out why this thing got out of alignment. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. And I kind of love doing prop repair on I kind of love doing repair on something that means as much to me as this piece. It's like revisiting an old friend, and there's all sorts of like little loose things and things that rattle in this, and we're going to take care of all of it. Plus, in my toolbox, I actually included a toolkit plus oilers for putting this thing back together. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm about to take care of a detail here that I want to cover with y'all, specifically because I discovered a really cool thing on this model. The first big issue I had to deal with when I finished assembling all the pieces was the rotational inertia of the cylinder of this prop. This is a big fat piece of aluminum. It weighs a lot. And so sitting in the Samaritan, when you turned it, this would turn of its own accord. And they dealt with that on set with some very precisely laser cut or water cut pieces of metal. And it's usually what this business is for. On the back of a cylinder is there's a little catch there, and that pushes the cylinder one notch for each advancing shell. I did not build that functionality into mine. In fact, I was so wrong-headed on the plans for this that I didn't take note, even though my friends from Weta had built this and I had some drawings from them. I somehow didn't cop to the fact that they separated the main back body here into two halves joined by dowel pins so that they could machine inside of it. I didn't do any of that. This is one piece of metal here, from here all the way up to there, down to here, and actually just down to here. But because of that, I had to do all sorts of like careful work holding to get machine tools down in here and open that space up. It was ridiculous. If I ever build this again, I'm doing it the other way. But how was I going to deal with the rotational inertia is the question. And I decided to use magnets. So I had this little back plate here, which sits just behind this cylinder plate, this very, very shallow relationship. And again, I made every last bit of this thing by scratch. Every single one of these is like a hard-fought battle of building it a couple times, screwing it up, and coming back again. But with these magnets very, very, very close to the surface, I'm talking a sheet of paper close to the surface, I was able to halt the rotational inertia. And then one of the magnets came loose and it rattled a bit, and I didn't like that. So I threw a piece of tape on it. Okay, I'll have to fix that. I threw a piece of tape on it, and then what happened? Oh yeah, there we go. I threw a piece of tape on it, and when I put it all back together, the tape turned into this rattle. It allowed the magnet to just rattle against the inside of its little tiny chamber. And I'm going to just initiate that again so we can get that again. Oh, right. And these all have to be pointed in the right direction, which is that direction. And it's that direction. Ooh. Wait. Oh. Are you? And we're going to put a little piece of tape right here. This is just a little bit of weatherproof tape there. Should be nice and a solid grab. And when these go together, see that? But yeah, so it holds, because I also put 4 correctly poled magnets on that side, that will halt the rotational inertia. But when I put this back together, wait till you hear what it sounds like. So this goes, yeah, let me get you a nice close-up. Okay, so I've put the back plate, where could you see it? Sorry about that. I have put the back plate back where it goes, and now I'm about to put the cylinder in. And in order to do that, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of Loctite, just to kind of secure all this a little bit better. Here we go. There we are. And we've got a little Teflon washer that I custom made to let this barrel float just the tiniest bit above its platform. And we'll get this in here. Comme ça. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, we're gonna give it a little tight. That's it. Oh, yeah. Great. Okay, so I'm very pleased with that. And then when you put it together, oh, right. So it stops it from rotating too much. Thank goodness. I mean, it still does a little bit. The movie version, better than mine. But so here's what it sounds like. With those two magnets taped in, not glued in, it still made a kind of a silent spin. But when the magnets were taped in, here's what happened. What? That is so awesome. I was so psyched about that. So let's just make sure these are tight. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and that one. Yep, okay. This is mostly ready to reassemble. Am I right? Let's see here. Okay, right. Look, I signed it. Made in late 2020 by Adam Savage. I'm debating something. Okay, I'm going to seal that with a little clear coat just to make sure it doesn't tarnish. All right, we're gonna let that dry. And while that's drying, we're going to tackle these guys. Now I wonder if I can bring these back up to a polish. Let's see here. Oh, there's a good one. right. I'm really happy with how that came out. Now let's do the other side. This is some tarnish from the natural, probably the zinc silver mix that Weta used to make these. These were gifted to me by production. That was very sweet of them. But they're probably zinc silver, and we got some tarnish. So I'm just gonna polish off the other side as well. Yeah, here we go. The slightly uneven nature of it is actually, I feel like, to my advantage, but let's get a little bit of clean going there. Got a little bit of, I think yeah. That's it. Oh, look it up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's get a sealer on that quick. Great. All right, now we're going to seal this whole thing. Yeah, here we go. All right. I think we can put this back together. All right, I was undoing that when I did not need to. There we go. Lovely. Beauty. All right. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Oh. So happy about this. Right, I think we can start putting everything away. Let's see here.
right. Let's sort a little bit of the tools. Yep. Let's go there. That one goes down there.
Thanks you guys for joining me for cleaning up one of my all-time favorite props I've ever built. Thanks for joining me for this Samaritan repair. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to tell you about some new merch we have at adamsavage.com. We have a 4-pack of Savage meatball logos, a 3-inch, a 2-inch, a 1-inch, and my new favorite, a Savage meatball magnet. You can get them at adamsavage.com.